Ultra-hydrophobic material. This material is a miracle of physics. It can repel all kinds of liquids, including oil and mud, making it very useful in all areas of human life. For example, it can be used to protect your clothes, the surface of your dishes, your shoes, and your vehicle's body from mud and mold. The material's impermeable effect works thanks to the characteristics of the molecules inside it, which try to avoid any contact with water. Some plants behave in the same way. They don't get wet and the drops of water stay on the surface. Triodide. One of the most explosive elements on the planet is nitrogen triodide, which looks like a mixture of black and brown crystals of adduct and ammonia. Despite its innocent appearance, this dry mixture is very sensitive and explodes at the slightest contact. If you touch the mixture with a wand or drop a balloon on top of it, you'll see an explosion accompanied by a purple cloud of vapor. Because of its instability, the material is used in some chemical tricks, but it's not something fantastic. Hydrogel. These colored balls at first glance look quite small. However, immerse them in water, wait a little while and you'll see how the hydrogel fills up with moisture and increases in size significantly, filling the entire container. Nowadays, this product is actively used in gardening, floriculture, and landscape design, adding it on the ground next to the fertilizer. Thanks to the hydrogel, there is no need to water the plants all the time or worry about its growth. Developers say it is safe for humans and can work for up to 5 years without having to be changed. You can buy the hydrogel at any fertilizer store or order it online. Nitinol. This nickel-titanium alloy has a characteristic that scientists know as shape memory. If an object made of nitinol, for example a clip, is deformed, it will recover its initial shape when heated to a temperature of 104 degrees Fahrenheit. The same thing will happen if you place the object in water. In addition, nitinol is a resistant and elastic product, but unfortunately it is quite expensive and difficult to make. Nowadays, nitinol is used in medicine to hold broken bones. Gallium. Gallium is not just another element of the periodic table of elements. It's also a metal that can melt right in your hands. Its melting temperature is 86 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's heavier than water and has minimal toxicity. Nowadays, this material is used in electronics, military industry, and medicine, although it's not cheap at all. In 2005, a ton of gallium cost $1.2 million. Aerogel. The most solid material on the planet is aerogel. To the touch, it feels like light foam, but solid or fragile expanded polystyrene with a great resistance and low thermal conductivity. In spite of that, aerogel is a solid with extremely low density. It consists of small particles of silicon dioxide cross-linked by pore networks. Aerogel plates are used in interplanetary stations by NASA for collecting cosmic dust, but this material can be purchased by anyone. Depending on the size and shape, a piece of aerogel that fits in the palm of your hand is somewhere between $25 and $125. Magnetic plasticine. This substance resembles the common plasticine used by children. It can be softened, spread, and used to create all kinds of figurines. If you create a ball, it will bounce against a wall or floor like a real ball. But the really impressive thing is that if you put a magnet near it, the plasticine will approach as if it were alive. If you leave the magnet for a long time, the material will end up eating the magnet completely. This plasticine contains millions of magnetic particles that react to magnetic fields. The stronger the magnet nearby, the more interesting the reaction of the plasticine. Using a normal magnet, the plasticine will simply be attracted, but when interacting with stronger magnets, the plasticine can be charged, become a magnet, and attract small metal objects. Ferrofluid. Ferrofluid, also known as magnetic fluid, is a curious and mysterious substance of dark color, composed of magnetic nanoparticles and an extra material that doesn't allow the particles to fall apart. When a magnet is brought closer to the ferrofluid, the small particles arrange themselves in lines, creating a figure similar to a liquid hedgehog. The more powerful the magnet, the more interesting the figure will be. This strange substance can be acquired on the internet, but be careful because it can stain things easily. Metamaterial. Scientists from Amsterdam and Tel Aviv created the first programmable mechanical metamaterial. It has great resistance, flexibility, and mechanical memory. This kind of metamaterial can be used in soft robotics and in the creation of medical prostheses. It's also very useful in creating devices that we use every day, such as smartphones and watches. Non-Newtonian fluid. This liquid can be created at home using potato starch and water mixed together. The main feature of non-Newtonian fluids is that they behave differently depending on the pressure force. If you hit the liquid surface with your fist, it'll feel like a solid and elastic material. But if you repeat the movement slowly, the liquid will behave normally and you can easily place your hand inside. This happens because of the structure of the substance and the bonds between the molecules inside it.